Hello friends, welcome to Behind the Designs, where I create a beautiful life through creative planning. I'm Stephanie, and today I'm going to be setting up my work planner, and I have some things to go into it and some goodies over here, and that's what we're going to get done today. All right, welcome back. So as you know, I plan to use the gold Happy Planner faux leather cover for my work planner, and I am using the, now it's going to challenge me because remember the name was different. It is Wild Fields, if I remember correctly, planner. It's a color block planner. So in one of my past flip throughs, I had quickly shown the Socialite planner, which was a color block. I had used it and I liked it. I didn't have an issue with it. I know some people aren't big on, all the different squares, but I'm thinking it'll work. I'm going to give it a try for at least 6 months, and then we'll reevaluate towards the end of the year. So I've got all these things to go in it. I've got these things. I'm going to set these aside. Kind of sounds like Christmas, right? With all that little crinkly paper. All right. So these things are all going to go, let me think. I want to put them in the back here. So this is the month. I'll show you quickly, and then the color block. Let me get in frame. Here we go. All right, so obviously I need a tab still. So I'm going to put these in. I kind of set them up in the pile like I wanted to put them in. And it's not a perfect system just yet. So right behind this tab, I'm going to be putting this expense paper. I'm going to keep some in here as well. And this filler paper. I don't remember where it came from. But I'm going to kind of tuck it in before I flip this over, because I do have some content information that I forgot was on the back of here. Here, let me do this. Okay, it just had some information I had sticky noted on the back of there that I haven't done yet, so I didn't want to kind of put it out there. Okay, so this next section, and the same thing is going to go for these tabs, because I kind of switch things up multiple times throughout the year. I kind of make things the way I need them for that time period. So I'm not going to be labeling the tabs until I kind of get working in it and see how I want to work with or go with this. Now, let me explain this little paper here. This is an old monthly stats tracker that I had available on the blog, and I had to unlink it for a reason. I forget why. I am working on a newer one. I will get this one back out there as well as the newer one, and I'll announce that when the time comes. But I definitely want to be able to track my stats on a monthly basis and collect it for a year. And let's see, here's the next one. Next one's pretty easy. It's just going to be some note paper. Always, 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 I need to have a tab with some note paper in it, because who doesn't need to make notes every day, right? All right, I think this is the last tab. Last tab is project paper. This is the Happy Planner project paper. And basically what I plan to do, I have multiple packages of this because it really is a great piece of filler paper to have in your collection. I love using these for tracking big projects, but also what I plan to do for this semi-annual period is I'm going to take, so there's 4 colors. Let me get them all out here. There's a turquoise, a purple, a green, and then kind of like a red. So what I plan to do is for each color, I'm going to assign it to a category in my blog, a main category. And I am going to track the projects that I'm working on because I have quite a few in the works to be posted. And I just want to keep on track with them. So this is going to help me do that. I'm going to get this information, you know, transferred from note paper into a more organized piece of paper here. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this. And plus it helps keep me aware of what is not finished, what steps do I still need to do. And then there's even some on the back. There's a project paper for the back side as well. I'm really off here. Okay, here we go. And then I have a folder. I don't know necessarily that I'll need it, but I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put it, because it actually is thick enough it can act as a like a tab or a section. So I'm going to put it right before that filler paper because, so let me show you. If I close this now, so you can see how easy it is, you can find where that paper is quickly. So having the folder there for me makes sense. So I've got everything stuffed in here. Those other accessories will be after. Let's go to the last week of July. Okay. So this will be for the week of the 22nd to 28th. And I'm going to kind of just tuck this off aside for now. Oh, let's do this. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, here's a funny thing. I just noticed Tuesday is not lined up with Monday and Wednesday, but the other days are. It is what it is. Okay, so I printed off, again, on my Dymo label maker. I love this thing. This is kind of a test to see how things work for me. So what I've done is I have pulled out, or printed off some sections that I plan to put in this layout. So the way I use a color block is there's, you know, the gray, again, in this planner here, it's gray and white, gray and white. But I use each section for a section of need. So let's see. Let me show you. Let's put all these over here because most of the labels are going to go on this page. Let me do this. Okay, so we're going to bring in my scissors and we're going to cut. I'm just going to kind of cut it down so that it fits a little bit better. So let me just go through this quickly, hopefully. And I really cut it down as far as I can. I mean, this is how small it is. It won't even stay there. Okay, let me grab my tweezers. Now, since this is my work planner and a lot of it relates to content and things in progress, I don't think I'll be sharing much of this, except maybe to decorate a week in advance or two. That's my thought process right now. And these aren't going to be, you know, level or perfect. It's kind of to test it and see if I like how it's working. So let's see, we have blog, we have film and edit. Let's get this one on there. That's going to be the second block. And actually, I also did in a past flip through, I had shown how I took a regular classic vertical and I made it color block in the sense that I created for each vertical block, I just separated it with a line and I did the same thing with it. So this one's going to be film and edit. And then let's see. I think I'm going to do product and newsletter. Let's take projects. Actually, you know what? I want to hold on that because I am going to put a little bit of decoration. For the most part, this is a functional planner for me, so I won't be doing a whole lot of decorating. And that's just because I need to keep it clear and clean to get the task done. And as you can see, there's not a lot of space for each category I'm putting down. So for me, when I use the color block, I just use it as a category because I'm not just doing YouTube. Or I'm not just doing Instagram. I have a blog. The blog was there long before YouTube came along. And I actually love blogging. So, you know, I'm kind of not wanting to give that up just because I'm doing videos now. So one area that had suffered in the past was the blog. So as I was, you know, getting YouTube going and, you know, finding my groove and so forth, the blog did suffer a bit. So, you know, I kind of don't want that to happen again. So I'm just going through in a functional way. I'm labeling my categories. And these are the categories that relate to all the areas that I need to pay attention to, let's say. And the other thing that had suffered too is the newsletter. You know, it's hard as an individual to do, as one person, to do all of these things. You know, as women, for women, you know, we're always like, I can do it all. You know, I can do the work, I can do the home, I can do the childcare, I can do, you know, and you really can't. Eventually something's going to fail. So let's see. Then I want to do these two together. Socials and check-in. So when I say socials, it's basically going to be posting to one of the social media or all or whatever that schedule may be. So, you know, I'm talking Instagram, Pinterest, you know, that Reels, so forth. So that's what I mean by socials. And then directly below that is going to be the check-in of those social media accounts. So even if I am not posting, so let's say Instagram, even if I'm not posting on Instagram, I still want to check in, you know, are there messages? Are there, you know, other individuals that I follow that, you know, I want to, you know, check in, see what they're posting and, you know, comment and, you know, like their posts and so forth, which, by the way, when we talk about socials, I think most of us are familiar with the fact that, you know, for social media, if you really like, well, this one's going to go over there. Okay, so let me get some of this out of here. When you see a post and you really like that person's post or, you know, by all means, please hit the heart button on Instagram. And more importantly, comment, because that helps us to be more relevant in your feed. And I appreciate it, as I'm sure all of us content producers are appreciative of the fact that you do that. So let me grab out the, Wild Fields sticker book. So is this, yes, this is correct, Wild Fields. I had to check it for a minute. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there is some minimal decorations that I could put in here. I don't know if this one has any boxes. I may have to get a box. I'm looking for a box for over here. Oh, there's these boxes, I think, or are they washi? These are washi. It's hard to tell on this background. That's, I think, too big. Or not. Let me first see if there's any box. If not, I'll use these. We have weekend. I can use that. these boxes I think are a little bit more what I was thinking. And then I'm just going to put my scissors there because I think there's a box I can use. Okay, this one will do. I don't think there's anything smaller. I don't want it labeled because I plan to label it. There are those, but I think I'll stick with this one. Yeah, I'll stick with this one. Okay. So I am going to put this box over here. And I could absolutely write this in there, but I'm going to use my Dymo label maker. Just keep it all looking uniform. Okay. So for this one, I am going to label, oops, I just took my scissors out now. I'm going to label this one projects. Although it's going to feel really small, right? Maybe I will write it. Let me hold that thought for a minute. It just seems really small in that space since it's such a big box. Okay, let me do this. Let me go back to, this is the one I was thinking of for, I like the little quote. I don't know if you can see it. It says, today is a new beginning. Let me see if that will fit in this box over here. It will. Now, the downfall is my, I'm going to use my Jelly Roll pen. My whiteout tape is, something's not working with it. So I'm just going to do a quick and dirty whiteout of the words. Just because I don't think they'll show through on the border because it has a border on it, but just in case. Let's just do this quickly. Okay, give it a sec to dry. And let's see, while that is drying, let me come back over here. I'm going to put that up there. Let me put that on there so that I don't get stuck with it. Okay. Where was, oh, here it is, the weekend. So let's see. I could use a fancier font, or I think I'm just going to use plain. Now, the nice thing with this type of layout is, and I'm still going to pull some out, but I'm putting that like that, is that, you know, if you're doing content, this works nicely because if you do Monday through Friday, you know, most of us work on Monday through Friday day, you know, and your weekends are less busy. So, you know, as a rule, I don't tend to work too much on a weekend. I'm just going to kind of border these two boxes. So this works out nicely for me, this layout. Again, I'll give it a try. It's been a few years since I've used it, but we'll see how well it works. One more. Let me put this here. I want to get a sticker, I think. I don't want this to be notes. I think I want to change it, but let me see if I can find a box. And look at all these pretty butterflies. I love the butterflies. Let's see. Oh, right, these are the washi strip, which I could put. There doesn't seem to be, I think this is the long one. I guess it's as long as it's going to get. And then what would be this one? Maybe that? Yeah, it's not like, oh no, it's separated. There's a smaller one. Okay, I'm not going to put that down just because I like them to go the span of it. So it's kind of weird they don't go all the way over. I think I want to use this one for my idea. Yes. All right. And then I'm going to put this one. Oh, again, I need to cover that. This one might show through, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this. Okay, let that dry. And then I'll get this one on. It should be dry. We'll let that one dry. Bring this one over. All right, so I think we were in the full box, correct. It's not an exact fit, but it'll do. And then, so let's see, this is next week. Let me see if I could find, and I'm going to throw in a few butterflies, but I'm looking for, I wish there was like a whole page of boxes. I think every sticker book should have at least a whole page of coordinating box stickers. It just makes it so much easier. Yeah, they're not, is this too big for this? Yeah, I don't really want it to go over. I'm only going to have one shot because obviously there's not as many boxes as I was needing. 1, 2. I'm not finding what I need. There's these, but that wasn't my initial plan. There is more of these though. There are 2 full pages of this print in the sticker boxes, but not the regular sticker boxes. Okay. So this is all I've got. What I wanted to do is for the days that, oh, but I don't have one for I could do one for Saturday though. Or could I post it? Meaning, not post it, but use a highlighter, which I may use. I think that may make more sense. And as I was sitting here thinking, I noted, and it's bugging me. Some things bug me and other things don't. I don't know why. But this box wasn't straight. So let me fix it if I can. Let me fit it to this edge here. There. I think maybe the box isn't straight. Anyhow, it is what it is. Okay, let me get this one down here. Now I don't have the label for this one just yet. I will have to print that. But I think what I'm going to be putting down here instead of notes, because when it comes to the week, I work it as this is what I'm going to do. Not what I plan to do, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to do this. So I didn't do the label for that. So I'll come back and do that. I think I want to write projects. This one I want to use stats. Let me close this for a second. So projects is out. I'm going to write that one in. And then this one. So what I plan to do down in this box, because I have not been very good at grabbing these stats, that's what I'm going to do down in this box here. I think it just makes sense to me because then it's already on each week. And again, that's probably why I won't be showing most of this. It'll have content, it'll have information. I think I want to put it down here. I think it's straight. It's hard to tell. All right, so for stickers, that's it. Let's put these away. Or well, it's not it because I'm going to add some butterflies. But, So what are our colors? This is the one where I think I told you what I intend to do, or what I usually do with my planners is, I didn't put it in here. Which one did I match up? Let me see. Now it's got me wondering. Oh, it was this one. So in my catch-all, so this is what I do. I go through and I find the Tombos that work, and then on this page, I write it in. So it helps me to know which colors to use. But because this one is, it has colors in it, but I think because the stickers have kind of a black background, I think I'm going to use my black Fudanasuki. I want this one here. I got pens everywhere. Okay, so that's done. We're going to come over here, and this is going to be projects, right? Yes. Another thing I need to work on again is my calligraphy or lettering, because it's been quite a while since I picked that up. So it's something I got to get to. So let me throw some butterflies on here, and then I am going to put on the remainder of the accessories, and that'll be it for today. So let's see here. Let me see if I can get it all together. There we go. So this has some really pretty twigs and leaves, and I think what I want to use is, let's see, well, this one, you know, this is one of those sticker books where I'm like, you know, I should use it. And then I'm like, I don't know if I want to. So let's see. I think I'm going to try this leaf right here. I don't know it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know what it is. I did this in my catch-all yesterday, or 2 days ago, I think it was. I'm going to see if I like this. I did it where I put the leaf at the top. I did the same thing. I don't know why all of a sudden that's a thing for me. Because again, this is mainly functions, so there isn't going to be a whole lot going on otherwise. Let me grab, I need a small one, I think. Oh, you know what? The back page had all small ones, right? One of these pages had a whole page of small butterflies. Right here. Here we go. I wanted to use this green one, but it was too big, the ones I was seeing. All right. So let's do this. And I'm going to kind of toss a few of these around. All right, so let's see. So another thing, let me bring up, that I was working on are my goals coming into August, but I'm going to kind of start working on them this week, which is next week. So one of the goals for this year was for me to update the SEO for my older blog posts. They just needed some improvement. So what I did is I put a butterfly there on each of those days to remind me to go in and check those old posts and start working on one. So I think for now, that's all I'm going to do. Again, simple and sweet. I need the space to be able to write in. I will bring in a highlighter and I will use, let's see, let me just pull this one in just so you can see. I'll use my clean color dotter to give me bullets to tell me, you know, what one or how many I need to do or notes or so forth. So I'll pull one of those in when the time comes. So let's see, this is July. Nope, this is August actually. As you can see, I put a little note here. I'm planning on using, oh, this would be for August. So I'm planning on using this space for goals. And let me take a peek at my catch-all. I did something yesterday, and before I go and bring it out, let me make sure I didn't put anything on it, and then you can see what I mean. Okay, I didn't. So what I did was I went through and I decorated my July to coordinate with everything in the month that I had done. And I put for each of these priorities, I of course changed it to goals, and I've made them 3 different categories: my work, health and fitness, and then other. So that's exactly what, and then I'll write in black right over those. And then that is exactly what I'm going to do for these months. Same thing. I'm going to do the goals under the priorities for now. I do have something coming in the goals category, so it's a printable. Stay tuned for that. Okay. Let me get this closed and let's decorate it a bit. Alrighty, so I have these bands that I picked up, I want to say from Joann's actually. And I want to use one on the cover because it doesn't have a pen holder. And if I grab this and I go out and about, I want to be able to, oops, oh, those goopy little things again. I want to be able to have a pen handy. So let's move that over there. And so, let me make sure there's no stickies on there. Okay, and then this is my Pilot G207. This is kind of my grab and go pen. It's just one that I've always liked. I have, of course, all the colors because you can't have just not all the colors. Did I put that on right? I think it goes this way. So I like the fact that I can get a pen in here for on the go. Perfect. Loving all the polka dots. And then these are some of my old business cards, but right now that's all I have. I haven't ordered my new ones yet. So I'm just going to kind of tuck them into here. So there it is. This is my entire setup for work. Again, I won't show too much of it. When I decorate, I will be sure to, you know, try and pull this into the videos for that day. But for the most part, I won't show this. I won't do too much of a flip through either. But this is going to be the basic layout at the moment. It may change as I start working in it. These categories may change. In the year that I had split the vertical box, I did change the categories multiple times, reordered them, because I'm just honing in on what is important that week for me to get done. So these are my categories at the moment, and that's it. It's sweet and simple, I guess you can say. So that is the Wild Fields planner sticker book, and my week of 22 to 28. So that's my work planner. I thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. And any supplies I can link, I will be sure to put in the description box below. And as always, my regular favorite craft room and planning supplies are in that box as well. And I hope you have a wonderful day as you create a beautiful life. Thank you for watching.